everybody. Welcome to another episode of Auroboros, Coils of the Serpent. We're just never going to stop doing them. Can't stop us. Just try.
Except for legal action.
We're going to play a game today. Last time, you encountered an unusual arcane serpent that caused each of you to have your own unique interactions or reactions to its presence while trying to protect a ritual that the Council of Blythe was performing. Sierra specifically experienced an oracle spoken by the four mothers, including Mother Holly, learning of different locations, those of which you're kind of unsure of their importance right now, and that's kind of what you're, and you kind of defeated this energy serpent, the little guy. And as Mother Polly, I should have called her Polly. Mother Holly passed into the crystal. You save the magics of this small city for now, at least, and you had Zakoa identify the rest of those magic items that you procured. You divvied them up. Some of you got some pretty cool stuff. Some of you got an interesting choice of a cursed item. Still don't know what that does yet. And then you take a short rest at a local tavern in this small little
Which is called what?
city. It was called Spiky Helmet. I'm so embarrassed. It's like, come up with a name, and you're like,
Just blurted that out.
yeah, just the worst.
Spiky
I
Helmet.
Yeah, I basically rolled a dice for an adjective and a noun, essentially. And then, so you met there, you were all sitting around, you chit-chatted about kind of your lives, and you shared things for the first time. And you also talked about misplaced power and what that can do and kind of what it's done in the past here in Lawbrand and all that dramatic jazz. And now we are here sitting in a booth in the Spiky Helmet. And you see that Zakoa is at the bar kind of slurping.
You said we're in a booth?
Yeah. You guys are just chilling. What are you doing?
Do you guys mind if we... Do you guys mind if we move to a table? I don't like booths.
Wow. After like an hour of chit chat, you're like, finally have the courage to say it.
Well, now that we've let down our walls. Rabble's like, I don't actually like booths. You guys mind if we go get like a high back chair?
That's fine, although before we go, I'm
You
going
just want
to...
your feet swinging from...
Yeah.
I mean, they already are, but...
I know, it's a little more. I'm like a cat. I like verticality.
Before we leave the shelter of the booth, I'm going to cast a spell and change my appearance. I'm going to...
Okay, in the booth.
In the booth before we leave. I don't think anyone's quite looking into us.
You can do a perception
do
check.
you just slide under the table and change?
Slide
and
under the
come back
table,
in?
I crouch down under the table.
Do a perception check for me to see if anybody's paying attention to you.
I think +1, 12.
You don't really notice anybody at the moment.
And why would they care? We just saved their city.
I don't know if everybody knows that. Have you been telling everybody that?
Well, we're also in Tiny Town where magic is cool.
Right.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
In any case, I have changed my appearance to that of a human woman,
Okay.
about the same height and build as Gary. Instead of tentacles, she's got a lot of, kind of like a bouffant haircut, lots of hair up there. She's got an apron, like maybe a baker would have, and in place of the metalworking maul that he usually carries on his waist, she's got a rolling pin. And she looks rather fierce.
Fierce.
Yeah.
What race is she, did you say?
Human.
Human?
Yeah.
What does she have on her waist?
A rolling pin.
Okay. You guys see that?
I feel like...
Did we see you change?
I think I did go under the table, so I just kind of come back up, and I'm this lady now.
Where did Gary go?
Don't worry, it's me. I just feel like if we had some excitement at the academy, and I'd rather not be showing me face so openly outside in the city, and this is the thing I can do.
So you want to look like a woman baker who just carries around a rolling pin from place to place.
This is for me self-defense.
Okay.
But I do have a disguise kit if anyone else would like to
Ooh, fun.
change their appearance in some way or another.
Put my mask up.
I'm going to take you up on that.
Please.
What do you have? What does Rabble have?
I think Rebel also has a disguise kit.
Nice. Oh yeah, because you're a rogue.
You would have
Dang,
chosen
I want to double check.
A rouge.
You would know what disguises I
Yeah, I
have,
think
so.
most rogues.
I at
feel
least
like
have proficiency
You
in
can,
it.
it has a lot of variability. It's like makeup, disguise kit. You can do all kinds of things with it, right?
It's got stuff in it. Yeah.
I think it kind of depends on.
I think
more how you
Specific.
roll is like whether you can pull it off or not.
Yes, it's a roll, but I think you get advantage on it, right? If you use a disguise kit.
If you have proficiency with it, which I do.
Which you do.
I don't know if you do.
I don't.
Okay.
But can't you do it?
You can still roll.
You can do it for her though.
You can do
right?
help.
Oh, I would.
You
So
would
do you
definitely
want me
help
to
me.
make
Yes.
you up?
Oh my
I would love
gosh!
that.
Okay.
Please do
How
it.
am I making you
Makeup
up?
sesh.
Are you asking me? I think that
Yeah. How do you want to look?
Yeah, like what would you like to look like?
Mrs. Doubtfire. No, that's already what Doug looks like right now.
Basically, yeah.
yeah, I would like to
Yeah,
look
that is kind of
similarly
basically.
to you if that's a doable thing. It just in the kind of frumpiness of the baker's kind of outfit, rather than like a.
frumpy.
Well, it's
That's
not.
not the look I was going
It's
for.
not like a.
Didn't you say you were fierce?
Yes.
I mean, but a baker. Look, I'm not trying to
Wow.
judge here, but
Whoa!
I just mean,
I'm a
like,
baker.
Maybe someone else should be.
Anyway, I'm
cancel
just trying to
us,
say, like,
Don't
make me look
Don't
like a
add
housewife.
us. We do not.
If you're a
we are-
baker,
Sorry,
We do
I
not
was thinking of
condone this.
like, I mean, he's got a rolling pin on his waist.
We have
you
no
know?
affiliation with this person. Why are you sitting at this table?
Canceled.
Canceled.
Anna does not reflect
Bakers
the views
of
the
America.
detective.
Exactly.
Right, now we know. Anna hates bakers.
Yeah. It's
I was just okay.
Dog
I
Slayer and Baker Hater.
meant, look, I just
Oh.
meant there were layers. There's layers of skirts and aprons, flower-covered fabric. I associated that with frumpy. My bad.
Frumpy.
Not frumpy, flowery. Anyway, I would like to look like I belong with you.
Okay.
Make Sarah look like a little kid with a lollipop and like a propeller hat.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm about to roll. Is this performance? I'm about
Yeah.
to perform this makeup.
You're charismatic.
Yeah, charismatic. Do you think? Well, there's got to be DC for how challenging this costume is on your end. So you think of that, and I'll roll.
I have it.
Okay, I'll let you know what I got.
So it's,
You know,
It's a number.
Rabble, are you good at disguising people too?
as you guys
Team
look
up.
over, you realize
No,
that
no, no,
Rabble
I
has
think-
also sunk under the table, and then he pops his head back up, and while he's under there, he's taken the knife and he's cut off several like parts of his hair. And he's grabbed like bits of like chewing gum from under the underside of the
no.
table and just like stuck them to his face. So you guys look over and he just has like his own hair like bubble gummed to his face, and he goes, "This is what I've got."
Where did Rabble go?
Oh, I'm right here, yeah.
I'm just
I think-
wondering if you'd like to help me with your skills.
No, like
No, you don't want
like
to help.
hoods and masks are fine. Like I feel like
I think you're right.
I think it also goes, doesn't Anna also roll a performance check and you just help her, or how does it work?
I mean, if I'm doing the makeuping, I think
Yeah,
it's
so I
just
give
my
you a
role.
DC, but I think she also should do like a performance to like match the. I don't know.
I mean, she could help.
Instead of acting like Sierra.
She could be like.
Although-
well, in terms of like pulling off the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm making a makeup roll.
Yeah.
You can read it as we think. That is.
makeup on my skills.
Will 22 do it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, and I had.
You're like transformed.
Am I doing performance?
Yeah.
All right, so that'd be a 13.
Yeah.
To inhabit
With
the
your
role.
22, yeah, I mean, you're inhabiting the role okay. You don't know how to bake. I feel like your wife always did it or something.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
That's
Wait, you're
probably
both
true.
bakers?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, they are.
yeah. So I'm
You
just.
make Anna's disguise look extra frumpy.
Kind of after what she said.
I canceled.
Hey.
Yeah, and I definitely just pull a hood over my, in aid. I'm gonna pull my hood over my face and kind of look discreet.
The mystery baker.
Cool.
And that negates the entire thought of a disguise, but alright.
I guess it does.
Puts on
You
full
usually
disguise,
wear,
puts on
like,
hoodie
leaves. You have like a cloak made of
Covers your
leaves.
face.
Yeah.
No, it's
But I was thinking
layers.
that, like, you've dolled me up a bit, so I'm gonna use whatever you've given me as, like,
Oh, okay, cool.
a shawl or something.
That works.
And put it over my head.
Fair.
Yeah. But then, what are we heading to?
It's 3 o'clock. What time is our?
Well, you
is
don't
the
really
ball?
know what time it is because you don't have that orb.
We still have it, don't we?
We do
No.
still.
Did we leave
No,
it as a
you
crowd?
gave it to- yeah.
We haven't
No,
left
we
it
do
yet,
not.
have we?
Yes, we have.
Oh,
Yeah, we
It is
gave
gone.
it to yeah.
No.
I mean, I don't even think it tells the time. I think it just says the time of day. It's like daylight or something. I don't think it has a time.
It's sunny out.
But you don't know because there's no like windows. I guess I think it would be cool if there was like small holes in maybe the obelisk where like some light would be let in. But
Sure.
I'm
cool.
no
We could-
architect.
I'm sure that's easily doable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to Zakoa and kind of initiate us leaving.
Mhm.
That's like where we're headed next, right? Is Big Town.
Definitely big time. Yes, and we'll need some help to
Big.
embiggen ourselves once more.
Big time.
So to Big Town, or there's nothing else going on. We've tried markets, everything's closed because it was chaos, so we're on our way.
I'm trying to think of a hook to get Sako to come with us.
I mean, we could stay small for a while if we're not trying to get caught.
Zuko could stay small, and he could be right on your shoulder, perhaps, and give you advice.
Sako, how are
No,
you happy? Are you happy here on the obelisk?
Oh, are you walking up to Zakoa now?
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, I thought. Are we going up to Zakoa?
I mean, as I understand it, this civilization has just experienced some level of chaos, and perhaps their elders and informed need to stay to help rebuild, you know?
Of course.
I mean, I'm down to, like, I feel like Zakoa, you are needed here?
Zako, are you happy here on the obelisk?
Yes.
Okay, well, never mind.
Do you have a family here?
Roll for family.
No. My parents passed, but only child. But I consider the council my family. Lucas.
Are you two? Nothing. Well, yeah, I think we're
I
on
was
our
asking
way.
if you two were a couple.
Oh, no.
Special friends. I mean, he's furry after all. But we're on our way, and I think we're going back to
So Cole kind of like blinks at you and
back
just.
to Big Town.
Do you consider me fur with my beard? Like, do you find me disgusting?
We're about to go on our way to Big Town, and
to Big Tongue?
to Big Town.
Oh.
It's just the way I speak.
Big time.
I just wanted to thank you for your help.
I just imagined a big tongue. Couldn't help it. What?
We just wanted to thank you for your help along the way with our adventures, and
No, thank you.
please let us know if you
Really
need anything
appreciate
else.
it. You're always welcome back. I hope you know that. Please let me walk you out.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, we do need your help getting bigger again.
What is our next move? Because
Well,
I
I do
feel like the ball's not till a few hours from now, at least.
It's late tonight.
I do have an idea which might kill two birds with one stone, which is that it seems like this is a game of pitting powers against powers. We have Revel Inc. We have this strange Crown of Thorns group that they're fighting Lawbrand, who knows whom else, and this strange serpent creature. That our best bet is to get power from these powers, to do favors for the powerful, such as Sala D'jad at the ball, but also I think if we were to help solve this mystery of the Headless Charioteer, that would also count in our favor with the city. Therefore, I think there's some leads we could follow up at the baths, and we were just in the sewers, so maybe a bath would be a good time right now. Ask some questions, freshen up before the ball.
Are you going to see at the baths?
There was some word that there was a woman who was talking with Mithrael just before
that's
the
right.
race, and she might have some sorts of information.
The one that's in prison.
Uh,
No, Rabar's in prison.
yeah, Mithrael was the one who was beheaded, and apparently before the race,
Yes, he was.
a mystery woman in the baths was speaking with him.
Right.
And I wouldn't mind a bath. That's my idea.
All of
We don't all
Let's
have to
stand
get
alone
into
now.
the
You've
water.
already had your weekly bath, haven't you?
yes, I mean, you know, like, you gotta let it seep in a little bit, or else, you know, you lose the flavor.
But there are other things
I
that
like
leave
all
the
these
bath.
words.
That, it's not just all about the water. There's other forms of, like, you know, massage, perhaps, vending machines. I don't know.
I don't know. You're looking at me.
Is it
Do they
called?
exist?
Yeah. So goes like baths. Yeah, I like puddles.
Oh.
Okay, so to the baths.
Cool.
And would we know how far that would be from the obelisk?
I don't know. I don't think you've been to them here, so I don't know if anybody's told you where they are. Maybe Rabble might have mentioned where they are, but I don't think.
Yeah, I believe it was it Rabble who just said at the lights and baths? So
Yeah, the leads and back.
Lights and baths.
Yeah.
So that was just a name. We might have to ask.
Okay, then at the opening to the obelisk, we get large.
Sounds good.
Works for me. Or
Or
Unless.
me and you as the wall crawlers, we could jump out of one of these nearby windows. We'd have Zakoa transform us midair, and we can just come to as big, just running down the side of the obelisk.
Yeah.
That sounds cool, but I don't see the
Nope.
benefit to that.
I mean, I didn't say there was a benefit to
Oh,
it. I
okay.
just, you know.
It's just,
It is a good thing
just
we
wanted
could
to do a
but
fun
we
thing. I get.
yeah,
Right,
probably don't want
it's
to
just,
throw
you know,
extra attention towards ourselves.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Your beard does look great, but
Oh, I know.
oh, is the gum supposed to be beard?
the
Yeah,
guy,
he
the guy
attached
was
his
holding
hair.
the hair.
Oh,
that
I
he
missed
cut off
that
his
part.
head.
I thought you were literally just like
No,
a
putting
gum
gum-
stuck to your face.
No,
I
he
heard you
covered
take
it.
out chunks of your hair, but I
He
missed
covered
that
it
part.
with his own hair.
Sticking the hair to the gum, sticking the gum.
This
to
is
his
the
face.
man that does not bathe but once a week.
Oh my
Why do you
God.
think? Why do you think the gum sticks so well?
I'm. Anyway,
Okay,
so we get large. We gotta
you
go ask somebody.
all- So you all start to leave the spiky helmet, and you hear this, and you see Lucas running towards you,
Oh, God.
and he's like, "Hey, I thought maybe be able to make it and get a drink with y'all, but it looks like you're heading out." And then you see that Gigu, one of the, I just made myself over. Really loud windows.
What?
Whoa, dude.
Give me a second.
Yeah, I just passed out. No, so, yeah, he says, I thought, yeah, but it seems like you're on your way out. And then, yeah, Gigu, one of the lizards, kind of, he was like blue and yellow. He comes up to you, and he kind of blinks at you. And Lucas was just kind of gonna, he kind of looks at you, and he's like, I just wanted to say thank you properly before you left, maybe get y'all some sort of libation, but we just wanted to thank you once again. And he kind of gestures towards Gigu, and Gigu hands out to you each like these little crystals that are like on like a necklace, like a chain, and it looks very similar to the crystal that you all saved today. And Gigu says to you, as he kind of, he explains that he overheard the things that you were saying about the vision that, with all the mothers and everything, he kind of, Lucas filled him in on all that, and he says about these locations, right? He was talking about these locations, and it's kind of been known as a myth, this story that you heard, you know, about the four parts of the rainforest or whatever. But to these people, it's history. This story that you were shown, and honestly for Salamar, it could possibly be maybe different tribes believe in it, maybe they don't, maybe your tribe was like, that's a myth, like, you know what I mean? But Gigu starts to explain a little bit, and he says, there are places known to others as Zathar Zuthe. In your words, it would be where all things began in common. From what I could tell, these were the places that your vision was describing. Places of remarkable, unexplained magic, places where the originals grew and learned their trades, places that could easily be used as a power source. From what I and my council members could discern, that ancient, it felt ancient, right? That power that you saw today was looking maybe for a wellspring to feed on. From what I could, from when it was described to me, that's kind of what it sounds like to me. Mother Holly was a great source of power. That's why, putting her in the crystal was the only thing we could do. But these other locations, who knows if these mothers are giving you some sort of vision, maybe these other locations could easily be in their grasp. Knowing what we know, ones that follow Salamar, what we know about the Ancient One is there's no source that cannot, there's no, how do I want to explain this? There's no source that cannot be easily taken from it if there's no opposing force. Does that make sense? They've never heard of, I mean, we've never heard of the Ancient One taking power for itself. Only using mortals as puppets. But it's possible for this power to become self-aware, is what I'm trying to say.
So you think that it's...
To learn from its misgivings from the past.
And take its own form materially here in this world rather than operating through someone else.
Yes.
So that could be, I guess you don't really know, but like, would that in a way almost make it mortal?
Who knows? That's definitely a possibility. I don't know. This is just a theory. But we've chatted about it for a little bit. The only thing is, no one has been ever known to defeat the Ancient One. I mean, usually it absorbs them and destroys everything around them, including the Ancient One itself. Usually. So it's just unusual from seeing how it's acting, how this behavior is. But
Oh shit, that's terrible. Actually, such malevolence having sentience?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Having its
such
own.
malevolence having sentience, that's
And
a
not being...
horrifying thought.
And not being necessarily anchored to that
Tethered
cycle
to
of
anything
self-destruction.
and consuming wellspring sources of power.
It
How
could
absolutely frightening.
could be far worse than perhaps any of the incarnations that have...
Rather than mortal, perhaps immortal, as it's not tethered or able, like this, you know what I mean? Like that might not be able to be destroyed.
Merit, has any of that ever come up amongst the Bow and Dur?
I don't know.
you can give me a roll about it.
Yeah.
But
History.
yeah.
Now is when we really start leaning on your Bow and Dur background.
Right?
It's a 20. Dirty 20.
I think there's been theories. I don't think it's from your history standpoint. No. You only know of the times when a mortal has, been marked and grew in power, sacrificing themselves, their mind, their physicality, their just ultimate well-being, and then ultimately ending it in a cataclysm of destruction and
The fact that the power itself is
like no one they
Growing
can't
into its
contain
own,
it.
yeah.
You know.
So Gigo's suggesting that perhaps this powder is learning from its mistakes and saying
From its past.
this having a puppet is not going to work and should just do the work itself. Gigu, do you know the actual locations are these known places? Or are they just mythical like
They are known. I've never been there, but I almost talked to him like he's sicko. He's not sicko. Yeah, they are known, and I need to remind myself what they were. One was
The seas, and an island.
the desert place?
There was the Cannabis Hills, the island in the seas, and then the stone temple that we already know.
you knew this. You know the Tanazrael Stone Temple. You knew
Cannabis
the
Hills.
Cannabis Hills, and then there was an island.
That we know is kind of northern. That's all we know.
And then what was the other one? Oh,
That
it
was
was
it.
Talla. It was today. I wrote this.
Oh, Talla was one of them.
Yes,
Okay.
Talla was one of them. Well, that you can discern. So, yeah. They would say there. Yes, I know of Tanazrael. I know of Cannabis Hills. That's pretty known. The island I've never. No one's ever been. No one none of the generations that I've experienced have known where it is. But we're not a endless fountain of information. There might be other people that have that, that study this more. Ours is more of a magical. We do believe in it, but we're less out there. We're more in here. So.
And these gifts, what these crystal necklaces?
Yes,
do they
pieces of
have,
the crystal.
Just a memento, or do they have some special powers?
We're just gonna be a memento, but man, maybe I feel like.
No, we feel like we
I-
just
I
gave
know,
to the
you guys
gods.
gotta hold
We've
it
got
back.
so many magical items last
I know it's
time. so-
sentimental and
I'll
all,
say this:
but like,
in the
what is
dark,
it?
it kind of glows. Like it's almost. It's not like a. It's not like it doesn't give you like a radius of light. It's just like kind of just has a glow. Like
You need to find
it's
your keys. Maybe
brighter
go, like,
than no, probably not even that bright.
What color?
It's like a purple,
or like a crystal.
pinky. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and wrap mine in my horns.
Cool.
Could everyone make a perception check?
Excuse me.
Oh, that's it.
Do I need to?
As you could as one of the NPCs. Yeah.
Maybe
best
waste
rolls.
some of my good rolls.
What'd you get?
Oh God, what is my perception? It's like 21.
Doug's running the game now.
I got a 9.
I got a 21.
Okay.
I got a
21.
15 on the dice.
I think that Gary is kind of surprisingly quick about putting on this necklace, and kind of pulling out his shirt to put it on. But you guys are like, why is he doing that? You see that he has another
Oh.
necklace on, and I think you can see it's a scrimshaw kind of etched shark tooth that he has on a gold chain. in his hand.
Who saw it?
Rabble and Sierra.
Before he can say anything, I'm gonna nudge him with my stick.
Rabble,
me?
make a dexterity save.
Elizabeth, do I have to?
I mean,
I'm not trying to trip. I'm just trying to.
Weren't trying to trip me that other time either.
I'll give you your
Continue.
dip. 22.
Best rolls when
yeah, I know.
exactly.
It
These
doesn't
are all your
matter.
good
When
rolls.
it doesn't matter.
Okay, so Gigu is like, gives you these crystals, and he's kind of he says the crystals as you were asking about him. He said these are the offerings of our council. We leave you a piece of our heart, and to comfort you on your journey, whatever it is. And thanks for saving Talla, the body, our life. You are always welcome as family. As Talla would have you. So find comfort in this. Find Sialef, which Anna would know in Salamar means forever. You have sprouted new life in the body. And Gigu kind of tucks their tail, and they bend their weird lizard knees back a little bit, and they kind of bow respectfully with their hands kind of in front of you. And Lucas kind of does this thing, and it's cute.
I'll return the bow, but I'll keep my eyes on Lucas the whole time. Just
He bites you hard in the back of the neck. Yeah. So, if that's it. Cool. So Zakoa will follow you all out and give you a little tucks his tail and bows at you. And he starts whooshing, wind whooshes. I just love imagining a lizard with like sand, and then like you zoom out and it's just like a lizard with like yeah, it's just like yeah. And you find yourselves that tug at the navel, and you're up and up and up. Sound starts to deafen a little bit more. It's less loud, and here you are, disguised-ish. And
Do you
want
want
to
me to roll for my Gumbeard to see how
Roll for Gumbeard.
Could you remind me while he's rolling for Gumbeard, how close the bar was that had the lady that told us about goblins?
Kobo.
Yeah.
That was in the Sand Markets, and it wasn't too far. The obelisk is, let's see, I have the map.
what skill or what am I adding to this?
Performance, right?
Okay, so I can. Well, it's proficiency with the disguise kit, right? So, but I can add my charisma to it.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, because proficiency with the
Or is it just a straight
toolkit
roll with
lets
proficiency?
I think it would just be performance.
It doesn't matter. You can. It's.
But
22.
Okay. Yeah.
My Gumbeard looks
Looks pretty
amazing.
good. Once you get out in the light, it like the gum starts to melt a little bit, and everything gets into place.
And what color is your skin? Remind me.
Actually, it's not that bright outside,
It's like
so
it's like a pastel. It's like a like purpley pastel, like
yeah,
lilac.
so it's all like grape gum.
Huh? No, it's that weird color. It's like brownish, because at a certain point, it's all these different colors of gum, but as it sort of melts together, it's like just a color that you can't really tell
let's
what it
move
is.
past this. I hate it.
See, like green, a little bit of dark red. It's
Disgusting.
mostly.
Then I would like to head to, if it's all right with my compatriots,
It's also
to
hairy.
the bar to ask where the baths are.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, so you will have to go. So the obelisk is more northern on Leeson. You have to go back down through the center of town around the Coliseum and go to the Sand Markets. It would probably take you, with how busy it is at 3 p.m., I don't know, walking, maybe 15 minutes. Maybe longer. I don't know. What is time? So you head there. You head to the Torch and Shadow. Remember, this is a
Hookah bar.
it's hookah bar. Sure is. They offer all sorts of different kinds of pleasantries.
Is this where
if you
Sass
will.
worked?
No.
Okay.
No. She works at the Broken Chalice.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Is she?
Yeah,
is that
Koba's
one
behind the
Koba's
bar.
There? Okay.
She actually sees you like immediately because you see her. It looks like she's been. Well, give me an insight check.
Sword bakers.
Oh, that's
Oh.
right. So
Me. So is it possible for me to still do an insight on her?
yeah, you can still do your insight on her.
A dirty 20.
With insight on her, she you can see as you enter the hookah lounge bar, whatever one you want, pick one. She was clutching her. She looks like she's like been doing stuff, but she's like clutching her necklace, and she kind of like as the door opens, she like expects something, and she's like, okay, and then she like goes back. She's like disappointed that it wasn't you, except for it is you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go up to her and say, "Oh, dearie.
Well, hello, welcome to the Torch and
Hello.
Shadow. What can I get you? I don't remember how she
would
talks.
you be able to point me in the direction of the Leetson baths?" And I'm.
Oh yeah, they're actually just in the White Sands. Sorry, White Palms. It's the district over where all the fancy people hang out. Can't miss it.
Fancy people.
Cool.
You know, big white buildings. You guys have been to the White Palms before.
Is that where Sala D'jad lives?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Then.
Is that all I can do for you?
Yes, thank you so much. And
Hope
then
you
I'm
have
gonna.
a pleasant day.
I'm gonna leave a.
May the crystal shine upon you, and blessings and blessings. Ta-ta.
I'm gonna leave a gold piece on the. And I'm gonna grab the boys as they're walking in to immediately.
And
Get
you
out.
What's
have,
the? I thought
and
we
you have a great day too, y'all.
Are you in
y'all
there?
here now?
Well, thank you, and Talla feed you and bless you, and
Howdy, partner.
I mean, you rolled a 22. So
As
he's like, for
as
sure.
drags Rabble out by the scruff of his neck.
Cool.
Are you making fun of my accent?
No, I'm drawing.
Are you married?
It's the sincerest form of
the
flattery.
beard, the accent.
That's hilarious.
Call me Mini Merit.
I've got a weird accent.
I didn't say weird with the beard and the accent.
Oh, okay. I thought you said weird.
No.
You do have a beard
So,
accent.
I will say, as you're walking
Bearded
towards the sand, I keep calling the sandmark. I keep calling names different names because there's a lot of names. White Palms. As you're walking towards the White Palms, you actually hear, this is pretty common, you start to hear someone announce there's a kid in the center and he's on a little soapbox. And he says, we've got midday hour news in Leetzen on this day, the last day of the month of Charm. Last night of the gladiator competitions, Molt Thunderholf is our top thundering champion so far, along with Keplar the Mighty, Torben the Foul, and Pep the Very. The fancy...
It's a very what?
That's it. That's where it ends. That's the name. Anyway, the fancy higher-ups and lucky so-and-sos will have their ceremony at the Shifting Sands Ball tonight. In other news, the Chancellor Invictus, I don't know why I'm holding this because he doesn't have a
Scroll?
newspaper. Maybe I'm...
Just like a black power gesture or something.
No. He wasn't doing that. Take that away in post. Just take my arm off. The Chancellor Invictus of the Arcanimus Academy has been severely wounded in an unknown incident from earlier today. Witnesses only say they experienced a major cave-in at the Academy. Other injuries, along with one death, have been recorded so far. Tomorrow...
That must have happened after we left.
Yes.
Tomorrow, we find out if the accused of the Headless Gladiator will be shown justice. The Solarian Church is soon to shadow our doorstep. Can the conservers handle the heat of all these crimes? Who can tell?
I forgot Rabar's life is kind of on the line. I'm assuming, right? Because Rabar is the one who's on the hook for the Headless
Yes.
Horseman.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he
Rabar.
is.
Rabar.
Ay, ay.
And the kid says, "Thank you so much. I'll be here all night. Tip your servers."
I will. I'll tip him a silver piece. So
Will you?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks,
Like
sir.
your servers, not
Thank you,
not
sir.
the barker.
Here's a silver piece.
Wow, thank you, ma'am. You sure do have a big rolling pin.
Don't make me use it.
Ah! And he just kind of walks away. Okay,
Children these days.
so you hear that, and you head into the White Palms. The White Palms are these gorgeous, what's the, not adobe, but they're like clay houses, but they're like white. They're white, and they have
Like stucco, maybe?
yeah, something like that. And they're that keeping cool, keeping the cool because it's desert. With these like red roofs, and there are like palm trees lining down a lot of the roads. But yeah, you kind of walk. I think you passed through it when you were going to Sala D'jad's house. There was like a little we're fancy, there's like boutiques and like nicer cafes and like restaurants here. And so you pass through it, and yeah, I would say it's a huge, as you enter like the middle of that town, you can see there's just this huge opening up to this big building with like pillars, and they're clearly the baths. It's like there's fountains, and it looks really nice, and it says bathhouse on it. I feel like there should be a fancier word for a bathhouse, but I don't know that there is. Yeah. So Leetzen Bathhouse, it's right there.
This is the wet plaza.
Gross. Yeah.
Slip in, slip out.
The slippery plaza.
Slipper.
Soggy Plaza.
No, bathhouse is the one.
Right, I gave you a bunch of bad options, so just bathhouse sounds way
Yeah,
better.
it sounds a lot better. So you enter
town.
this slippery bathhouse. Cool. I assume you do, unless
Yeah.
you're.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Gary's dwelling on something as we're walking. The news boy, he said that the Solidarian Church will be darkening their doorsteps. Is that correct? And they said the conservators will be weighing the fate of Rabble. Those are two separate things. Is that correct?
He said he was saying you were told that the Solarian Church was going to come and solve it for them if they couldn't do it.
If the conservators could not do it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So no.
Okay. So anyway, Gary is thinking about the times when he was with a group that was Solarian investigators, and he's just thinking about that. As they walk into the bathhouse.
You do. And there's a nice harp in the corner. This is
Nobody's playing it. It's just
No, it's just the harp. They're on break.
It's just sitting there.
So no music as you enter. And there is like a long marble desk, and they kind of look at all of you.
Hello.
I keep forgetting you look like an old lady baker.
This is not fair.
Middle aged.
Oh, okay. I was picturing old lady by the way you were talking.
That's because my voice.
Okay.
Yes, we're here for a bath, please.
One might argue old lady frumpy. Carry on.
She's a fit old lady. How dare you?
I am a fit old lady.
Yeah,
I
they're
was
saying
talking about Gary as a woman.
a fit old lady. Ooh, let's move on. So yeah, there's someone behind the counter. It's a goblin woman, and she'll happily help you.
Yes.
She's
I'd like to take a bath. Do I take my clothes off now or
No.
later?
There are rooms for that. Absolutely, yeah. You can certainly change in those rooms. Yes. If you so it'll just be a gold piece to have the full use of our baths. We just ask that you be polite, respectful, just kind, and as normal as you can.
Howdy, miss. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you,
What
sir.
if I won't be bathing, but will just be joining my wives on the outside of the bath?
That is absolutely fine, sir. We have a great, a little seating area where you can, you can either, I will say, if you're not going to be unclothed, then you cannot be inside the baths. But we do have a little area with vending machines
They do exist.
and chairs. So.
Well, it's a very lovely place. I've heard. I've heard very good things from my friends, including Mithrael, the sadly just departed, who was a favorite of these baths. I understand.
A dear fellow of ours. He was a regular here. Yes, absolutely. We do have other. If you're wanting to pay more, we have other options as that could be considered pleasurable for some people. So if you are interested in that, you can just let me know, and we'll figure something out there. There are packages. Is that
Is
it?
that something that Mithrael did?
Go on.
Did Mithrael, was that one of
Yes,
his...
yes.
Perhaps sometimes, a bath is a good time to make some friends and have some company.
Yes, he was here. Like I said, he's a regular. Yes, he would make use of our packages.
I suppose, he recommended them so highly. He wasn't very specific, but that they were so great. So I'll try one of these packages.
Okay, great.
Is that extra?
It will be 10 gold pieces more,
Ooh.
please. Yes.
Pull out my imaginary purse and count out. 11. Is it 1 plus 10?
No, 10 would be
10
like
altogether.
you can get the
Oh.
baths too.
Yes. Bidding on the package.
Great. So we have a separate room for this. Why are you making me do this?
You were the one who started it. You brought it up. It didn't have to be this way.
It did.
What else would I have meant when I said it? I did it to myself. So we cut to you're in a room and they give you packages. I'm not gonna be specific, but it is like it's not like it doesn't have to be weird stuff. It's just like there's massages and there's specific women that and men that people choose that are regular.
Okay.
It's not necessarily sexual, but it does add on.
But somebody to talk with, perhaps. and
Like
pass the time.
companionship. There's a bunch of that, like just hanging out. Yeah.
And I think that Drusilla Irongate, which is Gary's cover name in this particular disguise, will have asked for whoever Mithrael frequented.
Oh, okay.
If that's possible.
Yes, sure.
I mean, I'm going to ask the front desk person. Could I have the person that Mithrael frequented? I don't know their name.
Yes, her name.
Please, is her name?
Sally.
Her name is Devanya. And yes, I believe she's in today. So I can see if she is not with another client, and you might just have to wait.
I'd be happy to wait.
There was perhaps another patron we were searching for, right?
Was there?
I thought we had a name.
I don't think we did.
Oh, so we just okay.
We're not searching for anyone, but just
No.
I don't think that Rabbi told you the name of this woman.
just that there was somebody that Mithrael had spoken
And I
to.
think he said that she was new in town, too.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and hand over a piece of gold to go soak in the baths.
Okay. So does everybody do baths? Baths? You don't. You're
I give them
You just mean a creep.
nine gold for the package minus the bath.
Wow, we don't usually do that, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
Don't you know who I am?
I absolutely don't.
I'm
no.
Lord Barrett Muth. I'm a sand merchant.
I just whisper under my breath, "Fuck you."
I'm a sand merchant from the west.
Oh, you merchant sand.
Yes, I sell sand. Why do you think so much? Who do you think brought all this sand here?
Wow,
just
that's
there.
not probably accurate at all, but makes no sense to me. But perfect. Yes. So we'll have you join this this baker lady in the other room.
You mean my wife?
Yes, your wife. I forgot that's what you said. Yes.
Yes, come along, Barrett.
Okay, cool. So you go in there and you're waiting on Devanya.
Yes.
I'm taking off my disguise and I'm gonna go sit in the baths.
Okay, sitting in the baths. Cool. Yes, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Absolutely. I was just gonna. ask
Please, let's go into we can do baths first and then we'll do Devanya.
Okay.
you. So can I roll a perception check to see if there's to kind of get a read on who's in there with me?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
That is a 24.
So you enter this giant, like vaulted ceilings, like marble. It's really nice. The harpist is actually in here. It has to, he has to take shifts. Lounge, bath. Anyway, so there's a harpist in here playing, and it's really nice. There's like a big waterfall in the back, but as compared to how big it is, you can really only count like 7 people in here. There's not that many people. I would say most of them majority are human. There is actually, give me a luck roll.
Look it up.
19.
You actually see just straight up under the waterfall, just sitting right under it, is this hulking mass figure of Molt Thunderhoof.
Hey.
And he's just like, just water. And the other ones you do not really recognize.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of settle in.
Yeah, there's like, they're all like, they're different, little bath areas where you can walk around and there's like separate private one, you know what I mean? Where, I don't know, there's like.
But the one that he's
Molt?
in,
Yeah?
that Molten isn't private, correct?
No, it's not.
Okay,
He's just, it's a bigger one where there's a couple people in there.
I'm gonna get in that one.
Okay.
And kind of slowly make my way to Molt.
Okay. He's just kind of like, you, give me an insight check as you walk up to him.
Ooh. 6.
He looks like he's sleeping. That's your insight. That's what you.
Is
insight.
the waterfall
His eyes
wide
are not
enough?
open.
Is the waterfall wide enough for me to also sit in the waterfall?
100%.
Okay,
I
yeah.
mean, he's taking up most of it, but it's kind of like Totoro and then the girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely sit next to him.
Cool.
And then, after about 5-ish minutes, 7 minutes, I'm just gonna mutter under my breath, we're here looking for clues into Mithrael's...
The minute you start talking, he goes, "Oh my god!" Oh! You were just there all of a sudden! Hoi! What, I think he talks like that. Hi, hey!
Okay.
What are you doing here? Hi!
Hi.
You were talking about something with, I'm
You're
sorry,
You're still in disguise, right?
No, I de-disguised.
Oh, right,
I'm
right.
currently in a
He would
nude
recognize
bath.
you. You literally just saw him like a day ago or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you
I'm
went
gonna-
to his fight last night too.
I'm gonna repeat what I said. I'm gonna throw in a compliment and say, "Hey, man, it was an amazing act of athleticism last night. We are here looking for clues into Mithrael's beheading. Would you
Ooh, yeah,
frequent
that's
this
rough stuff.
place enough to know if he has any?"
Well, I know he was here all the time, like I am. I mean, we gotta stay loose, you know,
Yeah,
with the warm water.
that's
Keeps us
why.
loose. So yeah, you're looking for information on what he.
Look, we have we have a short timeline. Rabar's, there's a lot going on. I'm hoping that you, as you frequent, I imagine you frequent here often, that maybe perhaps you would have information into that. And if not, that's perfectly
I
fine.
do know that he was pretty infatuated with the lady he recently met here, the new one. She was a new lady. Her name was, I think he called her Dee. I wasn't sure of her full name. Yeah, he frequented here. I think they kind of started seeing each other outside of here.
And was she a frequenter, or was she someone who worked here?
She works here, yeah. She does like massage and companionship. And she's mighty good at it too. Her massages are the best.
Yeah, really get this.
Really, it's the hooves.
Fascia.
When I'm fighting, man, it's rough. He's Minotaur. Around.
Does he have hooves for
It
hands
is
as well?
canon now. He straps everything to
Is he
his
just
forearms.
a bull then?
No, he still stands on 2 legs and walks
Yes!
around.
Wait, that's
Just
not how
full on.
Minotaurs are, though. I'm so mad at myself.
No, that's how Malta is.
That's how Molt is. And
also
around the
gonna-
horns, you get it.
His
The
arms are
horns
just
get a little
hooves.
tight.
In fact, I don't know if you've.
God, that's somehow so disturbing.
That's weird.
Just like hoof it. I'm just picturing him like for some reason at a computer, just like typing on the keyboard with hooves. I shouldn't do that right next to the mic. I'm sorry.
He's trying to pick up a
It's
drink.
bad.
Just
Yeah.
Bad radio.
Everything just settles into that U shape, you
Yeah.
know? His drinks.
Yeah.
He's like a Lego, it's fine.
It's a Lego.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Both his
What have we
Lego-
done?
You gave him Lego
We
hooves.
did. I gave him Lego hooves.
It's become his kind has adapted so much over the years that their hooves have that built-in almost Lego. I'm sorry, I was getting too deep.
Anyway,
It's fine.
I'm gonna.
We're already there, so.
I have a horn gravy. Remind me to give you some.
say that again.
Like, is it made out of horns? Or
Barrett's
No,
just
no,
walking
no, it's
past
for-
and here's the word
it's-
horn table.
It's for your horns.
Oh,
It
great!
really
I love gravy.
really hydrates and saturates
Great.
the bone.
I would be interested in that.
Yeah,
So it's a cream.
it's a gravy.
Gravy.
So yeah, so that's pretty much what I know. I know that he's been hanging out with her. She probably was working today. I would imagine.
Could you describe her?
Sure. Yeah. She. For sure. I can describe her. and she looks like this.
Sorry, you can also. If,
No, she's a human. She's a human.
Stalling.
He describes a human woman. Dark skin, definitely desert folk. She, big brown eyes.
okay.
He describes a human, like as like a human wouldn't.
2 legs.
Oh wait, a human
Couple
that's not
arms.
a human.
Not human would.
Someone that's not a human would.
She has
Gotcha.
hands at the ends of her arms.
Yeah, she's got hands.
It's weird fingery.
And I'm gonna hold up my like bulbous lizard hands. And I understand. And
I'm sure she lives around here. Usually, a lot of the a lot of the Leets and Bath employees, they live in the sand markets and maybe outskirts, possibly.
Well, thank you for your time. Sorry for frightening you.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm leaving. Avert your eyes.
Will do, ma'am. Will do. And he
Okay.
puts his 2 hooves in front of his eyes because I'm a monster.
And they look straight through the U shapes of the hood, so it doesn't work. He can't cover his eyes.
Oh my gosh. So Merritt, real quick, what do you get into in the baths?
I don't know now. Feel like we exhausted our.
Well, we can say
information.
that you're just relaxing.
Yeah, I'll probably just post up in the corner of the bath and just keep an eye out. Keep an eye on.
Maybe you could hear some of this
I mean,
conversation.
I think I'm just kind of Sears taking the lead
Yeah.
on like gaining the info. I'm just kind of there for support in case she needs it. So.
You're not gonna go up immediately after and sit down and be like, hey.
Oh, I will actually take that initiative to go ahead and find Merritt and slip into the baths, as lizards do, and then I'm going to relay the information.
Okay.
And yeah.
Didn't the lady say that the massagist that Gary was going with, her name started with a D, right?
Yeah, it was Devania.
I think that might be.
Good thinking.
Okay. And so we whoosh away with all the harp music into other area of the bathhouse. But I think we're gonna take a quick break.
Okay.
Great.
We'll get.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and make our way towards Rabble and Gary, who are disguised. And you come into this room, and yeah, there's another person there, and he helps you look through these packages. So there's different packages of like massage, companionship, stuff like that. So he'll ask what you're looking for.
Gary's looking for the.
I did hear that you, ma'am, you specifically requested Devania.
Devania, yes.
Yes. She is available. So we can go ahead and make that. Is this a couple's massage?
No, it's okay. I don't need one.
He'll just be watching.
Oh, okay. We do also that. So that is fine.
You do that?
Sure. You've paid for your time here. You paid for your time here.
I just
So.
need a little chair.
Okay. So he brings you into a nice room and asks you to
Hi back.
disrobe.
Yes.
Is your disguise still on?
Yes. Does
Oh,
this,
that's right. So wait.
wait, does this fellow leave?
Yeah.
Like, we may just strobe and wait for the person.
Yes.
That kind of situation. Okay, so when he leaves, I will drop my disguise off.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not going to. Take it back. Not yet. I'm
I was
waiting.
gonna say she's gonna come in. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
I'm
up
waiting
to
for
you.
her to come in first. Is there a musician in the room?
There is not, but there is some sort of like tinkling of music.
Like wind chimes or
Yes,
something?
there's incense.
Oh, nice.
And it's kind of dimly lit in here.
Is there a source of water? Like a.
There's a basin, a water basin.
I might come to splash a little bit.
Okay.
Garrett, if you want to be the one in the chair, I can get the massage. So
Uh,
that way you don't. I think my disguise will hold up quite well.
It doesn't matter. I'll
Okay, so the door opens,
Yes.
and you see Devanya. She is in a all white cotton gown, I guess, and she has deep black hair. She's dark skinned. She has her hair tied back very professionally in some braids, and she's like, she says, "Hello, welcome. Please, if you would like to take a seat on the massage, unless you're already laying there."
I'll probably be sitting on the massage table expectantly.
Please feel free to lay down, and I'll cover you with a blanket.
I'm going to start off in my Drusilla voice. Say, before we get started, I don't want to frighten you, but I'm undercover, and
Oh.
so I will draw my disguise and reveal myself.
My goodness, hello.
Yes. Hello. Hello. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm doing some special work for the church, and I'll show my.
Yeah, because she's actually, give me an insight check.
Okay.
Wait, what happened to my wife? I am also undercover.
6.
I pull
What
some
was
gum
what did I
off.
ask you? to roll?
Insight.
Oh,
Reaction to the change.
Yeah, so she's shocked and kind of scared.
Oh, it's all right. I just.
That's not very normal. That's.
No, we have some special powers. You know.
And then you said you show your law brand.
Yeah, my law brand cross. That's burned into my palm and say.
That's right.
Yes, we're investigating some issues in town, and so.
At the bathhouse?
No, not at the bathhouse. With Revel Inc. and their whole.
Oh, okay.
You know, I don't know how you feel about Revel Inc. Are you employed by them? This is separate from Revel Inc., isn't it?
I'm not employed by Revel Inc. No.
There's some shady. I hate to say there's some shady business that's not very in line with our Solarian ethics.
And she kind of goes quiet for a second.
It's a shame that we have. Our society, I think, has gone down the wrong path, at least in this part of the land. Revel Inc. is leading us in the wrong direction. I don't mean to tell you what to think. That's just
No,
that's the work that we're doing.
I had a very good friend of mine. I'm sure you heard about it. Very good friend of mine. It's weird to say. She just got his head cut off.
Oh no, that was your friend.
Yes. Mithril.
Yes.
That's
one of the things we're looking into, to see who might have been behind it.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I'm happy that you're doing that. I miss him dearly.
Yes.
Are you here for a massage or?
Yes. Honestly, it's two birds with one stone.
Sure. Yes. Please. And she.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so was he acting strange?
You're like heads in it. And
Yeah,
you're
basically.
So.
That's fine. So go ahead.
Yeah. Was he acting strangely? Did he mention anything that was
No,
suspicious?
he
leading up to it?
was, nervous about the race. He left weeks prior, right? So I've only known him about a month.
Where are you new in town?
I am, yes. New to Leedson, not to the desert.
Oh.
Yes. No, he seemed normal. Like I said, I only knew him for maybe a month before he left to go to all the way out to look at that. Baker for the race back.
To be in the race,
Mhm.
yes.
Yes, on the Shining Road. So yeah, he had been gone for a couple weeks. We relinquished, we mailed each other,
Oh.
but once or twice, but.
So it was a little more than just a business relationship.
Yeah, I really came to liking the guy, so I'm pretty bummed.
Very sorry for his loss. Could I take a moment to use my background as someone who's escaped from a cult to just kind of assess her and see if I see any small signs of someone who might be, tattoos or symbols that might make me think this person is part of another organization?
So is this just a fee, right?
Mm-hmm.
And does it help you with a check?
Basically, I think it would probably just lower the DC of me doing some kind of perception check about somebody
Sure,
or investigation or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Investigation.
Yeah,
Do you
let's
think
investigate it.
Perception?
I think that makes sense.
Actually, whatever. That is a 15.
As you're kind of looking at her, How do I want to investigation?
Jewelry.
Yes. She does have you can't see it. You can kind of see it through the cotton. With 15, you can't really make out exactly what it is. But she does have some sort of talisman underneath her cotton robe. But you can't really make out what it is. Another interesting thing that you would see, I'm not necessarily sure if this would be culty, but it could be. There is a, you can see coming out of her sleeve that there just looks like there's a tattoo, maybe wrapping a little bit around her hand onto her palm, and it just kind of looks like a vine wrapping onto her palm.
Okay.
Of like a vine with thorns.
What you can see does not have thorns on it.
Well, anyway, so
She's massaging you, and
Yeah.
it's great.
yeah, that's really good. It's very difficult to work what we do to see just the day in day out corruption, just of this area and the failing moral values. How do you stand it?
With moral values?
Yes.
I think there's gray areas, but I don't want to talk to a person of the church. Don't condemn me. But there's people come from different societies and everybody has their own little different walk with their paths, and some people grow up wealthy, some people grow up poor, there's a lot of factors that involve morality, I think. But I think for the good of there's a good that needs to be done for life, for growth in life. And
Can I make an insight check?
sure.
It's too bad I'm not insightful. Not a natural 20. It's a 2.
Okay.
God
She seems like doesn't really seem like there's much behind this. There's for your insight check.
Is there anything?
I think Rabble for
Yeah,
like,
you are in the room.
Yeah.
weirdly enough, like Rabble, because Rabble's seen Gary play a couple different roles. You know, you're our what's your role in our fight club? You're our
the promoter.
Yeah, you're a
Oh,
promoter.
funny.
Like I've seen you kind of act as the head of the Arcanimus Academy. But I think he's seeing you really sort of like seeing Gary fall into this like agent of the church sort of inquisitorial role. Like I feel like kind of like once you show your brand on your hand.
Have you seen that before?
I don't think so.
I think I tried to show it to the elderly priest, but I don't know if anybody else noticed that.
I don't think it's something that Rabble would have I think this is the first time
I
that-
didn't definitely deliberately show you.
Yeah. Maybe I might have caught like an inkling of it in sort of like passing, but I think this is the first time, and I think Rabble is really connecting some dots about Gary right now, albeit whether they're he's just having some questions about like, oh, Gary seems really good at this. Like he seems to know a lot about how the church functions and like their approach to sort of like questioning, or maybe this is nowhere near what the church does and. But yeah, I think it kind of comes home for Rabble in this moment of just like, right, Gary has a lot of tie-ins with the Solarian Church, and not good ones. And now Rabble's kind of like, it gets those wheels turning of like, what did Gary do with the church? So I think that's what like Rabble is weirdly chewing on during this conversation.
Gotta be pretty big if you're branded, right?
Right. So weirdly, he's not really like you seem to know what you're doing
He's
in terms
got
of like
it.
the conversation with Devania. So I think Rabble is sort of like paying more attention to this person that he's been traveling with for a while now in a little bit different light, I guess.
All right. I don't think I want to do anything more over than what I've done already.
Okay.
So we'll, finish this.
Yeah, massage. She
package.
thanks you, and she says you're more than welcome to check out the baths. Good luck with all.
Oh, please don't speak to anybody about that. I will.
We have a HIPAA policy.
I'll tip out an extra gold piece, and I will probably go to the baths because I'm a
Okay.
water creature. But as I'm leaving, I'll say, "Cross be with you."
And I'll put my gum beard back on, and I'll look at her and say, "And remember, you never saw us, ma'am.
I guess I'll put my disguise self back on too.
Okay.
My name is Barrett Muth."
Just fully telling me your name. Interesting. Okay.
Come along, Barrett.
Okay, so you make your way to the baths. You see Sierra and Merritt in a little pool. I think you see Thunderwolf getting out of the bath. He's got a towel around his neck and he's heading out. Wearing a loincloth, though.
Just around his neck.
Thank you. Thank
Just
God.
around his neck.
I want to get specific about Bull's balls.
Ugh.
New episode title.
But I suppose I might. I mean, I'm going to go. I don't want to use the word huddle, but consult with everyone else about what we did. The conversation we just had with the attendant, and say, I'm getting some strange vibes that this. Did you see the tattoo along the wrist? Her wrist.
No, I don't think I saw that.
There was a tattoo. It looked like a vine. I couldn't see any thorns on it, but I think she might have been with the crown of thorns. She was in some sort of a relationship with Mithrael. I couldn't get more than that without tipping my hand, but we might want to keep an eye on her.
Do you think? This maybe,
Unless
I might
you-
be getting ahead of
Yes,
myself
go
here,
ahead.
but do you think Mithrael was involved with them as well, and maybe he was a willing sacrifice?
I don't know about that, but I think that perhaps she was acting as an agent and got him involved with something, or got him in the right place at the wrong time, or whatever.
We'll say we should probably confirm that is in fact a tattoo. This is
If you weren't 100% sure.
before we commit this woman to a conspiracy. I just would like to confirm that this tattoo is what we think it is.
I got this strange vibe from her. I don't know, and perhaps if you would like to speak with her
simply go-
separately. I mean, you haven't seen her yet. Maybe you could glean something, or we could maybe ask about her or keep an eye on her later on. I don't know.
I was thinking about maybe just asking where she got her tattoo done.
Oh, it's a thought.
Perhaps she might show it in a little more detail. It'll at least let us visually confirm. Oh, it's thorny vine.
I mean, if either of you want to go seek her out again, I just.
Can I?
I was going to suggest
tuck his
maybe
head back
one of
in?
you two, since you hadn't seen her yet, and it would be less suspicious than me going back a second time.
I mean, I can just poke my head back in and ask her where she got it.
Yeah, you could.
Is it still like?
You
enough time?
guys went out to the baths. You're coming back to that other room.
I just want to poke my head back into where Devania was.
So you'd have to go through that other room where you had to sign up for packages.
Oh, right, yeah, because we
And
left
they're
all
gonna
of it.
say,
Okay.
are you looking for? We usually just do one companionship for the 10 gold piece package. So, unless did you forget something in the room?
Yes.
Give me a deception check.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Forgot.
What's
to
that?
ask
plus?
something.
Oh yeah, what'd you forget?
My beard. Oh, right, +7 deception. This is one.
You would.
Does my beard give me advantage? It's okay. It doesn't have to.
This isn't like a.
that's not
What'd you get?
Worst.
14 total.
Oh,
that's not terrible.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
not
like a
terrible.
You were
To
a
just say
drama.
that you
That you
left
left something in the
Yeah,
room.
that's fair.
14's pretty good.
You
That's
are
fair.
drama, sir.
You are.
I thought from over here. I thought it was a 3.
Yeah, me too.
They say, "Oh yeah, please." They open the door for you, and you see the room, but Devania's not in there. Did you find it?
No, I didn't. Perhaps Devani picked it up and took it with her. Is it fine if I go find her real fast?
I can go in the back and just see if she's still around, and yeah, I can go see. If you would like to wait here. We don't really generally let people in the employees only space.
For sure. You know what, I tell you what, it sounds like it's going to be way more involved.
Okay.
I'll just go find my friends.
Maybe you misplaced it.
Probably. Oh, look, oh. And I'll pull out, like, my hammer that's, like, in my sheath and be like, oh, found it. It's right here.
Doy,
Right.
you know what
Ding.
I mean?
Oh, yes, forgot my hammer.
I'm completely, like, like, yesterday this person tries to get into a huge conversation.
Okay, bye.
Yesterday, I have 6 children, right? So I'm trying to get them all together.
Yes.
You want to know each one of their names? I also have
Yes, I do. Actually, please. No, what are all of their names?
I'm gonna have exited the bath, and I'm gonna be rubbing my horn gravy into my horns, and I'm gonna grab him by the.
Okay. Yeah,
by
you
the arm.
see Rabble kind of stuck in a
I'm
conversation.
gonna say, "Come on, darling."
Wait, what was the sixth one's name?
Chauncey, Launcy, Francie.
Dauncey.
You got 3 more. Three to go.
I don't want it to be all rhyming with Chauncey.
That's what you already
You started this.
Roncy.
Roncy.
The other
Botsy.
2 died. Okay,
Oh.
but they live in my heart.
And of course,
Wow.
they lost their names once they died, so you know.
They did. I can't even remember them.
So their names died with them.
It's got,
Their name died with them. We don't speak of their names.
it's got dark and...
So anyway, so you're now headed. What's
Oh.
Yeah.
What time do you suppose it is after all of that?
I feel like you spent a couple hours probably hanging out in the baths, getting massages.
5 or
Massages.
6.
Yeah, it's probably like getting close to the shining hour, which is kind of when. And actually, are you leaving the
Bath.
baths?
Yeah.
Yeah, you, I would say it's just like maybe an hour before sunset, but it's dark. It's like almost, it's the darkest it can probably, be for a daytime kind of shining hour, because during the month of Voices, which is tomorrow, the middle month of the year, the sun is in a deep red, like I've talked about, leaving places that are in shadow to like almost black, even during the day. But as as the night's kind of, well, it's still sunset, so that's what you see. But yeah, there are the streets are starting to fill with firelight, gaslit fires, giving off kind of a orange glow to every street corner. And so this is where you are. What would you like to do?
There was another witness to this beheading. There was the 3rd place finisher named Bua, who we tried to find earlier.
You
but
did.
he
You
wasn't
went to the
there.
Broken Chalice, but Cassandra said it was too early for him to be there yet.
Do you mean Sass?
Sass. Sass.
So we could check in there again, or I believe he also frequents the underbelly. And we could get some food if we're about to go to work.
Yeah. Yeah, we can follow up on the Boo lead. See what he's got to say.
Okay. Where would you like to follow it up on? Sass definitely said that Boo is usually in there by, afternoon.
Let's give it a try.
I trust Sass.
Do you? Okay, cool. So, yeah, festivities are heightening tonight. It's a big night. It's one of the last gladiator tournaments. And you can see people are, face paint, ready to go, cheering for their own, their gladiator. It's kind of, people have been pretty much wasted this whole time you've been in Leedson. It's not really been a normal time in a city. It's been just chaos, celebration, confetti everywhere all the time. It's just constantly just getting in your face. A lot of fireworks going on at weird times of the day, stuff like that. And you head to the Broken Chalice, and it's bumping, right? So it's a happy hour. People are getting pre-gaming before the fights. A lot of people in here you can kind of tell are new to Leedson or something. They're like, ooh, look at the golden wheel. Oh, look at, ooh, I'm...
Yes, don't touch it. Don't touch it, please.
And, I told you there's, like, paintings of all these old, like, gladiators and fights of, like, history with little plaques that talk about, and big old Revel Inc, like, clearly this bar is, like, sponsored by Revel Inc. Very kind of sports bar. It's a sports bar. Yeah, so you see Sass is behind the bar. Yeah.
So does this feel like the energy in the town is like nobody's really even thinking about the like
I mean, as far as you
what
can
we're
tell,
trying to
yeah, as far as you can tell, it's kind of
It's just
like
there for the
happy.
festivities.
What is that word? Ignorance, or I don't know.
Blissful.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
And there has kind of been other things going on in town, like, you know, like the Arcanus Academy almost collapsing.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah, it's crazy that happened.
How's it feel, everybody?
huh?
Just kidding. So yeah, what are you gonna do?
Are you going to talk to
Do we
Seth?
do we
Oh, I'm
Oh,
taking
yeah,
the lead
let's
on
talk
set.
to
Oh yeah, I'll take. I'll like Rabble like kind of like hop up on the bar, like standing on one of those kind of like conspiratorial.
I would
and, like,
say you'd have
lean
to
in.
shove your way through the bar.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Rebel strong boy.
Slip. You're a little guy too. You're slippery.
Yeah. I like sort of slip in between. You hear like an audible like as I like.
Cool. Sass is just actively pouring drinks and handing them out. Just
Your
like
gum beard attracts lint.
Oh, of course. Well, it just makes it look like stubble.
just bugs all in?
This is
it's my bartenders.
That's good.
Thanks.
pretty accurate.
Yeah.
It's like how do you like your drink? I don't care. That's what bartenders do.
Stiff, like I like my golden wheels.
Oh boy. Hello. Hi.
What did you just say?
It's stiff, like I like my golden wheels.
She sees you, but she's busy, so she's like, "What can I do for you?"
Oh, hi, Sass. I was just. And I'll peel off the gum beard.
Oh.
Like Mission Impossible.
Sass, it's me.
Oh. Oh, hello. Yes, I do remember you. Indeed.
Yes, remember, I don't tell anybody about all your missing friends and family.
For sure.
What's his, is Bua here?
Oh yeah, he's in the gambling room out back.
Perfect, thank you.
Can't miss it.
Put my gum beard back on.
Are you still dressed as a old
I'm still a baker.
Oh, baker.
Middle-aged.
middle-aged baker? Okay.
No, are you a candlestick maker?
No, I gave it up.
Gave it up.
Yeah.
Gave up the wax game,
I
man.
very much wanted to have hydrated skin over a disguise, so.
Okay.
You're just,
She's just rolling.
just freewheeling it. Just going for it.
With a
Hood.
hood.
You got a hood.
You do.
And
okay.
I'm gonna be reading the plaques while these boys are doing their thing.
Oh, you're gonna wait on them?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's going in to find Bua?
I'll go into find Bua.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can't miss it. There's like a curtain, and you can hear, smoke's just coming out of that room, and it's just like you can hear people chatting and like, what do people yell in poker? Nothing. It's quiet, isn't it?
I bet. That's what they yell.
They say, folding.
I have cards.
I'm folding it. Don't look at my eyes, because I'm gonna give it away. That's what they say when they play poker. I'm glad Doug liked it. Okay, so you enter the gambling room. There is a group of, how many people play poker? 6. Should have prepped.
Any amount.
Enough.
Yeah.
Any amount. So yeah, you see, there is one person sticking out like a
Rabble, Did you ask Sass what Bua looks like?
No.
Bua!
Do you do that?
Yeah.
Just turn your head.
You see a very large, like right at the edge of the table, like there are two, it's kind of a packed table, and you see this just hulking dude that is like kind of like tight, between two regular sized people. A super large muscular woman with human with dark skin, and they're not wearing anything as far as you can tell from waist up. And you say Bua, and he goes, hang on a minute.
Okay.
Which hand did he use to gesture?
Right.
The census will be complete.
And as he kind of like does this to you, you can see on the back of his, on his back, there's a big old tattoo of a horse. Just a giant tattoo of a horse.
He's a horse.
And he slams his money on the table and he goes, all in!
That is
And,
something that people say. Yeah.
and everybody around the table goes around, like, show their hands. And you see Bua takes 2 huge swigs of his, like, stein that he's got. sets it down. He sees all the results of the hands, and he almost kind of like goes catatonic for a second. And then you just see him completely sweep everything off the table, and just a fit of rage, and he just goes, "Ah!" And immediately everybody at the table gets up, tries to grab like whatever they can, like their money and stuff. Some of them you can hear saying like, "Oh man, come on, Bua, not again." Ah. And as this commotion kind of happens, you can feel someone coming behind you in the door, and it's Sass. And she kind of goes up to and she goes, "Bua, no! Bua, no!" And she kind of stands next to him and just kind of like crosses her arms, and Bua kind of looks at her, kind of just looks defeated, and he goes, "I'm sorry."
Is Bua a human?
Yeah. And Sass kind of points towards the doorway, like where you guys are standing. And he's like, "Oh man, do I have to? Come on." And Sass is like, "You know the rules, man. You can't do that. This is like the 8th time today. And we keep putting you in timeout. You're not learning." And
Is there like a Bua booth?
so, yeah, I mean,
Is
like,
it clearly like broken several
he
times?
just goes into the corner of the wall and just puts his back to you. He's like, just sits there. No, he heads for the door, and he kind of pushes past you guys, but do you say anything?
Yeah, it's I mean, clearly you're too drunk for this place, but there's nothing that says we can't go find somewhere else to go get
Who are
another
you?
one. What?
Who are you, little
Just a
man?
big fan.
Big fan, huh?
Big fan. Yes.
Friends of Mithril.
Oh, man.
of Mithril.
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. This is.
in and out.
I'm sorry
Oh,
about my voice
man.
there for a moment. I am. It doesn't matter.
I hate you.
He's like, "Oh, man, Mithril." And Sass is like, "You gotta get out, dude." And so he's gonna walk with his tail tucked between his, legs like a dog would, and goes outside and just kind of plumps onto the ground. It's like, so
I'm assuming that I've seen at least some of this happen.
you see a
so,
huge hulking man walk through,
followed by these.
just like
guards.
everybody kind of parts like the Red Sea when this guy's walking through.
And I'm like patting like his like lower thigh, like near his knee. I'm just like, it's okay, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, he plops down on the ground. He's like, "So, you're here about Mithril?"
Yes, we're actually sort of we're investigating a lot of the. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I keep dropping my accent. We're here to investigate some of the circumstances around his death.
Just right back out of it.
Just can't get out of that Rabble speak.
I'm trying. It's like trying to be Rabble
I
doing
know.
narrate. I can't find the.
It's alright. We're here for you.
Thank you. We're here to investigate some of the circumstances around Mithrael's death.
Yeah, man, what a bummer, dude. He was a good guy.
And you were there, huh?
Oh my god.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I was farther behind, so I guess technically Mithril got first, but that's kind of weird because he didn't have a head, so I don't know if that counts. I guess it doesn't.
Yeah, it sounds like a
So it was really like you came in second.
forfeit.
Yeah.
If you think of it like that, partner.
I don't say that.
When does Merritt ever say partner?
It's just in
So good.
Ravel's head for some reason. Merritt says partner.
He was like, yeah, I was pretty far behind, but man, it's a bummer about Rabbar. He's a great charioteer. He's a really talented guy. Pretty nice. He owes me like 6 gold pieces, but
Is there
I wonder if I'll get that before. Oh.
is there anything at any point during that day, that race, that you felt that something was off or something was out of place?
I mean, so Rabbar was going like real slow there for a second, and I was curious because like he doesn't usually slow. No one usually slows down because we're trying to be fast because we're racing. And
Whoa! Don't give me them insider secrets now.
Sorry. Yeah, that's true. That's like. Anyway, charioteer secrets. Don't tell anybody.
Go
So
fast and don't stop going fast.
and so that was really weird. I thought I was gonna like beat him, and the first time like forever. I've never done that. But then he sped up a little bit, but I did notice that he like stopped for some reason.
Rabar?
Yeah.
Or Mithril.
Or did Rabbar? I think Rabbar said he like slowed down, but he couldn't stop, or something like that. But no, all I saw was that Mithril was there, and then he like wasn't, but he was again. It was weird. He disappeared in like this rocky area.
Like, completely disappeared.
Well, I mean, I didn't. He kind
Or
of was like
you
out
lost
of view.
visual.
Like he looks almost like it looked like he was on purpose veering off course. But I mean, I don't know why you would do that on a race where you're supposed to win.
And this was Rabble
maybe he
or
lost his head.
Mithril?
This was Mithril, and that's when I saw Rabbar slow down. But it was very far away, so
Are you invited to the festivities tonight?
I will be there. Yeah, I gotta fight first, but I occasionally like to fight.
Me too.
Racing's my game, but fighting's my
Other game.
Other game.
other game.
Doug, you look so expectant for like a solid 2 seconds. You're just.
Yeah, so now I'm sad. So thanks for that.
Well,
So, you started the race in Baker at quite some distance away, is that correct?
What?
I said, you started the race at some distance away in the town of Baker, is that correct?
Yes, yeah, that's where it typically starts. And then when we get to that's the start of like Fest. When we get there, when it's like, big, everybody's like partying, like, cause like someone wins first, cause that's how a race works. So someone has to get first, and then the party starts.
Hold on.
you didn't notice anything strange while you were all getting ready for the race in Baker? Anything
Oh,
that?
like with Mithril?
Yeah.
Anything unusual,
Talk to him
partner?
before the race at all? Or?
No, he was pretty distracted, I gotta say. He was really into this lady that, I don't know, she's some lady. And she was like, some lady. And he was distracted a little bit. Like,
Was
he
it
kept
him?
being like, look at this letter, and like, I'm like, bro, you should be doing deadlifts.
Do you remember what was in the letter?
I mean, vaguely just like, can't wait till you get back, gross stuff. You know what I mean? But I didn't read it.
Can you?
I don't know if this would surprise you, but I'm not that great of a reader.
No.
We don't need a deception check. He doesn't. He's not. Yeah. So.
When do you fight?
I'm actually about to head to the underbelly in like, I don't know, an hour or so. I don't want to miss out on Molt's fight though, so I'm gonna check that guy out. Good friend of mine. Yeah, real big bummer about Mithril. Now I'm kind of bummed. I feel like I need like 8 more shots.
Gary will slip inside and buy him at least a couple shots and bring them outside.
Okay. Thank you. And his hand is like, it's like one little shot is just like tiny. Thank you so much.
Well, this wasn't much of a witness.
What do you mean?
Huh? Nothing.
Couldn't possibly be that.
No, thanks for providing what you could.
Do what I can. Mainly it's racing.
Yeah, and fighting.
And fighting. That's like my side game.
It's your other game. Well,
So,
I'm ready to take my leave of Bua.
Okay. You just leave him sitting on the ground.
He's got his life to.
Yeah, he's
I'm gonna
fine.
look him in the eye before we leave and say, "You've got this, champ," and then walk away.
Aw, give me like a love check.
Love check, love check.
Well, I don't know what love would be, but
It doesn't matter.
I
Persuasion.
Plus
definitely.
$1 billion.
Constitution.
Well, I rolled a 4, so I don't know that anything I add to that.
He
will make
kind of
it-
looks at you and he's like, mean. I don't know why, but it felt mean.
What she meant was, even if you don't win, we still like you.
I hate it.
It's gotten higher too.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
started
just
off
keeps
like
getting worse and worse. So you leave Bua. What are you up to now?
I'm just as we're walking, we're gonna walk and talk. I'm gonna say that both Devanya and Bua mentioned letters. I mean, maybe those have some kind of clues in them. I don't know where we would find them unless maybe the conservers have its effects. But like, I don't know. It seems like kind of a. We've already checked the spot where he was like supposedly waylaid.
Willing to bet they'll be like in his personal quarters, like at his house or something.
Well, but he got them at the race, and then he was killed before he got home. So they should be like with his saddle stuff, you know, his riding stuff.
True.
Yeah, but how much time do we have before our event
Yeah,
this evening to
exactly.
go
I
to the
don't think
conservators?
that might be a tomorrow thing if we even.
Yeah, but Rabble dies tomorrow. Well, I don't know if he dies, but
Well, couldn't we just get up at 6 a.m?
It's a little inside joke for you,
Sorry.
everybody.
Not for you, audience.
How much time until we have to go do our job?
I mean,
Did he say? Did he say when it was? And do we meet him there or at his house?
you meet him at his house, and he said probably get there early so you can escort him to the.
I mean, I'm thinking we're probably pushing time. We went to the
Yeah,
baths at a
we,
bar.
we
and
can
We
always
did.
fast forward a little bit, and if whatever
we
you
can
guys want to do.
Yeah, let's just go to Mr. Salad's house.
Salad Dijon.
Sala D'jad it is. Okay, so it's getting dark. It's dark. It's officially very dark. You walk through the white palms. Once again, you're back, and you remember where to go.
Did he have like a kind of a front gate that we walked through before we got to his house? There's kind of a, or was it just like houses on the street? Was there? Just,
There's like a front gate.
Okay.
Yeah,
When we pass through this front gate,
like a tiled front porch area.
I'll drop my disguise between the street and his door.
Okay. And I assume you knock on the door.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Guys,
you'll-
can we
Oh, before we
point
knock on the
together
door.
for Sala? Just I feel like last time we met with Sala, it was really
Yeah, you guys really did not make a good impression.
Well, you were part of that.
I
too,
thought
but,
that he was.
He just was very interested in answering our many questions, and
Yeah, well, there were some interesting questions. Not when I say interesting, I don't really mean interesting. But maybe let's tone that down a bit for this work here.
not as inquisitive then. Okay. You got it, partner.
Never. I don't use that word.
You say partner like all the time.
You're like the partner guy.
Yes, it's like one of your catchphrases.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like,
So don't do this. Who's Sala D'jad?
so, kind of, yeah. This kind of carries over. Just
All right.
all like,
rein it in. That's all I'm-
you got it, and I like straighten my gum beard.
So the door opens, and surprisingly enough, you see Grunkir
Oh.
is at the door.
Could I have put on my plunk?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Plunk.
Yeah, whatever. I would say that you'd have enough time since we're kind of like, you've already gone to the baths. If there's something else you would like to wear, like if it's specific, but I mean, a lot of you don't really have much. So, but I would say that you spruced up a little bit. So yeah, we can say that you put on your shirt. Yeah. So Grunkir, it looks like he answers the door, and it looks like he tried to brush his hair with some sort of grease. It's kind of like what Hagrid did for that one.
The lady giantess.
Yeah. His short beard looks like he trimmed it, but it's patchy, and it's kind of slightly lopsided. And it looks like he was trying to put like some desert stone beads because he's a desert dwarf. Some desert stone beads like braided into parts of it, but it just looks kind of like Charlie Brown Christmas tree, like just sad.
Looking good, Grunk here.
Got a hot
Oh,
date.
hey guys. And you see that his eyes kind of look like they're recovering from like a long cry session because the last time we saw him, he was sad about Rabble.
Auroboros, yeah.
Yeah, so you can still see his eyes are like recovering from being red and puffy, you know, and he's like, "Oh well, welcome to Mr. D'jad's home. Please come inside." And you can tell he's trying to be like professional.
Are you working for Sala?
Yes, I'm here to help.
Like his personal, like, are you like his steward?
That's all I was told. Anything to get out of that closet.
Is that you're here to help, but you can't answer anything beyond that?
Huh?
Did you quit your old job?
What?
Yes,
All
we'll just
these
go talk to.
Yes,
No, I didn't quit my job. I'm moving up, it seems.
Oh, we got a
I
promotion.
don't-
Congratulations.
Well, they didn't say that, but I feel it.
Do you ever play the tuba?
I've never played that tuba.
I feel like
But I've
Grunk
played
here
another
is.
one before.
I
Played
feel
this
like,
one.
Played this one. He just pulls out a tuba.
I'm gonna turn the mirror.
Oh my gosh. So he like lets you in, and actually you're greeted by Sala's two saber-tooth cats,
Oh, right,
Powder and
right.
Blush. They give you each like a lick on the hand with their like really sandpapery tongues.
Gary does not like furry creatures, so he'll back away from that.
Yeah, they kind of like just
I
give
can't
you a
start
little
drooling just a little bit.
little lick, and they move past into the house. As you look into that front room with the tan couches and that fire pit in the middle, like this hammered bronze, you see Gil sitting on a cushy a cushy cushion, and what?
Gil?
Yeah, your agent.
Oh, we have an agent.
Well, you're the promoter. You don't have an agent.
Right.
He is sitting near the fire pit with a drink in a hand and a pipe in the other. He's just wearing like a simple, nice, black kind of nice attire with a little bow around his neck. And he says, "Oh, well, if it isn't my clients, how's things today?"
I'm gonna hit Rabble on the chest and
Ow!
say to Gil, "Oh, we've been working on our moves."
Oh, I'd love to hear that. I can't wait to. We should have a little little show tonight. A little bit.
Trade secrets.
Oh.
Cat's still in the bag. It's not out yet.
Well, I
use
mean,
this-
I am their agent, so.
Well,
We do
Loose
this thing
lips
where we
talk.
grab each
I
other's
don't believe
ankles
you
and
ever
make
created
like
a
a human
contract,
wheel.
did you?
and
Have
just
you?
roll.
How's that been going?
well, we signed with Grunkier.
Oh, Grankier. Yeah. I hear that these folks signed a contract. Give me a deception check.
We didn't sign it. It was an oral agreement.
You said.
Deception.
Yeah.
18.
Okay. And with Grankier?
What does Grunk here add to his wisdom?
Huh?
What does Grunk here add to his wisdom?
+0. Oh, okay. Got a 15. Are you trying to like? Does Grankier catch? I guess Grankier catches on to what you're saying.
Well, I mean, I kind of thought that we had some kind of agreement.
Well, he sent
with
you
them.
contracts, but you never got them back to him.
Oh, we didn't. Oh, I didn't know we had.
Yeah, he sent you contracts in the mail.
Yeah. Well, but
still
it's
have
just
them
it goes without saying. That,
Pull
like,
mine out of my pockets.
It would be
Just
nice
quickly
to have.
have to say,
But he kind of is like, okay, well, I mean, verbal agreements don't really, but that's all right. We're not here for business. I mean, you are. I'm not, though, so let's not talk about it.
fair enough. Two things never to talk about.
I mean, the Shifting Sands is quite an event, so, I mean, I hope that you're going to be able to at least enjoy it while you're there. It's always a good time. I hope those Cory Giants show up. They can toss them back, if you know what I mean. And at this
don't.
point... Oh, you don't?
What are you?
Cory Giants can drink.
Oh,
That's what I mean.
All right. Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't know if you were like tossing.
At this point, you see a kid walk in the room. Very familiar child. Duncan. Sala's son comes into the room looking very bored. And smarly. What is it?
Smarmy.
Smarmy. right? Kind of just like,
Yeah.
Um,
Can I do this check again? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the cultist check on him.
on Duncan?
Duncan.
Okay.
I'm gonna use this die.
I purchased that for you.
You did. Thank you.
The loudest.
Is this what kind of check?
What are you
was-
trying to do?
I'm doing that
Oh,
cultist.
investigation.
Yeah, so it was investigation. Wait, is 17.
He looks like a smarmy kid.
He's actually a 40-year-old man. He's really the ringleader of this entire.
He's fully tatted. All of a sudden, you look through his illusion, and he's just a big snake monster.
You found me out.
No! And then, so he comes into the room kind of looking bored as you're, like, investigating his body, and he kind of, like, noticed finally the room, and he's like, oh, hey, I know you guys. You were at the academy the other day. You, like...
What's the academy?
Yes, we helped clean up a mess that I believe.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, I know.
that was me.
I thought we had never been
was
to the
scared.
academy.
What does Sala say?
No, I mean, like.
Sala's not there yet.
Oh, he's not there yet. All right. What did your father think of all that to do? The whole the academy having a collapse. Did he say anything about that?
Well, that had nothing to do with what I did.
But
Are
was
you
Are
he,
you
sure?
sure?
Oh my
Give
god.
me
Persuasion.
persuasion with advantage. What? Well, no, you can both roll and we'll do a group thing for you both. You could also do like intimidation or something too if you wanted.
I will do intimidation.
Okay.
I will also, no, actually I'm going to do persuasion. I'm going to take the nice little granny approach. And that will be a 17.
Okay.
24.
Ooh.
Okay. That's a very high roll. He's like, I mean, did it? No.
Yes.
Did it?
Yes.
No. Well, I mean, it's fine probably though because the academy has a lot of money and like so does my dad. So if there's anything that happened, like, we'll just pay for it. It's not a big deal.
Sounds like it's a conversation you should have with your father.
I mean, he.
Get ahead of it, dear. Get ahead of it.
I don't really know what that means, but
It means it's better to ask.
Forgiveness than permission. That's no.
No. It's been as a parent, I would 100% prefer my kin to be upfront.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I got in trouble and everything, whatever. I got like grounded or whatever. But whatever.
I hate this game.
At this point, Sala D'jad enters the room and sets a hand on Duncan's shoulder. And Sala is wearing a deep rust-colored cotton, like, two-piece, similar to an Indian kurta. Is that right, Anna? With, like, gold flecks woven into the fabric. There's a golden R pinned to his chest, once again. And his long, straight blonde hair is framing his brown face as he smiles, that big, fat, flashy smile that he always smiles. And he says, apologies, we're not going childless tonight. Something absolutely crazy happened at the Arcanus Academy today. I mean, so students have been sent home for the time being, and yeah, cave-in. Can you believe it? I'm sure you've heard of it now. By now, you've all heard of it. The Chancellor hasn't woken up yet, completely unconscious. I mean, that poor security guard was caught in the rubble. Did their best to keep him alive. Just such a shame. Anyway.
I mean, the one that was.
I'm sure it'll be all cleared up quickly, but I swear, things are so weird right now. Anyway, our rides are on the way. It'll be a minute. Can I get you a drink, or how are you guys doing? Thanks for agreeing to this.
We're doing great. Such a quiet day.
But I mean, besides all the things that happened in town, but I guess.
Right.
Can I get a group perception check, please?
For what? We're just trying to be quiet like Merritt suggested.
We're trying to behave.
I didn't say be quiet. I said,
Yeah, now you're just all quiet, which is weird. What did we all get?
I got a 10.
Okay.
I got a 13.
Okay.
8.
22.
Okay. So the high, yeah. That's
My gum beard is too distracting.
yeah. Yeah, honestly, he's like, I see what you got going on there.
Oh yes,
huh?
of course. And I get like way too close with it.
Ew. He's like, that looks gross, and I don't know why.
It's my disguise.
Oh, for what?
We were going incognito
For
For the
for a
ball
massage.
But also tonight for the ball, we'd like to stay in the background. If there is any trouble, we'd like to.
in the background, I mean, there's going to be hundreds of people there, so I hope you're going to be within my radius.
Oh, of
at all
course.
times.
I mean,
But
we
it's
don't want
better
to
to-
telegraph our presence.
Want to keep a low profile.
Oh, I want you to telegraph your presence. You're my security.
All right, and Rabble will pull off the gum beard. It's just
I
sort
mean,
of
the
like.
gum can stay. I don't care what you're wearing. I'm just saying.
No, it's over now, and I'll
You-
just like throw it on the.
Now look what you've done. You've hurt his
I'm
feelings.
sorry. No, I just meant, I don't want to. I want people to know that I have security. So nothing will.
All right. Does it matter that it's us and not just any security?
That's what I'm saying. You can dress however you want. I'm just saying, I would rather.
The impression of being
Yeah, that I'm being.
secured.
Yes.
So perhaps not a beggar.
I don't know where that came from, but yeah, sure. I mean, bakers, they can't carry around rolling pins. They seem pretty tough.
That's what I'm saying.
You could just whack a guy with those, you know what I mean?
Well, we're gonna
So
wear
anyway,
this.
yeah, so.
Should we wear like bright? Well, I guess
So
I'm wearing.
he actually hands out. He gives you like some. He gives you each like four. Hands out a golden sash to each of you with the letter R on it that you can tie around your arms or preferably on the arm. That's what all of our security people will be wearing tonight. Not gold, however. That's my color of choice.
Can I
But
band mine?
yeah,
Okay.
that'd be fine. As long as it's visible. And yeah, so I would say some time passes by as you hang out kind of with Gil and Grunkir and yeah.
Duncan.
Huh?
Duncan is still there.
Duncan goes off to do something else like a teenager would.
Thank God.
But you see Sala takes a couple fish. He kind of goes out of the ice box and tosses them onto a mat, and Powder and Blush purr real loud, and they grab onto their fish and they head out the back door. Did you want a fish?
I mean, if you have them.
Yeah, if you're hungry. I mean, I would assume that he would have fed you and like.
Did he feed us fish?
Sure. Yeah. He probably would have fed you whatever
Fish.
you wanted. I think I got that. Yeah, fish. He kind of takes a look. He takes a look outside as the Powder and Blush. Yes.
Before that happens, I'm gonna slip into conversation that we heard perhaps that the cave-in had something to do with a previous event. Would you have
I
heard
hadn't
anything?
heard that yet.
That maybe the students had enacted some sort of strange happenings, and that I mean, I don't know.
May have had something to do with Duncan's little bit of trouble at. Or I'm sorry, a certain chancellor of Revel Inc.
I mean, we all know who we're talking about. We're talking
Right?
about
No,
this.
correct.
Yeah.
You know.
That's all right.
I
He's. I mean, I don't know if that would have anything to do with it. It
perhaps
was.
you should inquire about it.
I mean,
I-
I heard that Duncan summoned a ghost, and the ghost possessed a building and caused an earthquake when it tried to walk.
Give me deception.
I didn't go that far.
17.
Okay.
13.
Rolling like poop. He no shit. He's like, I'll certainly trust me. Duncan is being thoroughly reprimanded. I do not have a sitter for tonight. Otherwise, I would not be bringing him. He does not deserve to get to go to a party. Trust me. And you can tell that he's had it up to here with this child. And as he's kind of describing that, he takes a look at Powder and Blush, make they're okay outside, and he looks towards the sky and he's like, yes, here we are. Our rides are here, shall we? And he kind of walks towards the front door. He's like, Duncan! And Duncan comes running up behind you. walks towards the front door with Duncan, Gil, and Grunkir following him. The four of them actually adorn their desert hoods, which I think only Sierra and Merritt would know about. You've seen them around here in Leetsen, but you've never really discussed them. They're like a traditional garment, only worn in like desert cities all across Lawbrand. The hoods are like a separate garment that you just kind of, like a scarf, but you set them on and there's this, it clasps onto whatever kind of garment, like cape or whatever you'd like to wear around. And there's a flap that you can bring around and cover your nose and mouth. And generally, people wear a goggle, bring along a goggle attachment as well. This is all just in case of sandstorms or any kind of inclement weather in the desert, especially when when you're on flying mounts, which, as you leave Sala D'jad's house, yeah, these are also like, as just to give you a visual, they're just kind of like a thicker canvas material, just to breathable but durable. And Sala's, of course, matches his outfit. And as you exit Sala's home, you see 4 giant horned vultures, kind of each wearing a few saddles, and Grunkir, I guess Sala and, so there's 4. So Sala and Duncan will take 1. And then whatever you'd like to do. He says, have any of you ridden a giant bird before?
Thankfully, no.
Okay. Well, we are going to be taking these. I can have...
Didn't we when we were little?
No,
Okay.
we talked about it.
We talked about it. Carry on.
Yeah. Duncan's perfectly fine with Gil. If one of you wants to come with me, and Grunkir is really good at this, so if 2 of you want to come with me, 2 can go with Grunkir.
Sure, I'll ride with you.
Unless you prefer to drive your own vehicle. As
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah, sure. These are, I mean, they're easy enough. They're tame. They know what they're doing. They know where they're going.
Give me the angriest one.
Roll a D4.
No, it's the one die I don't have.
I'll ride with Grunkir.
Okay.
Grunkir, what's the name of this beast?
I don't know. These are for hire. Oh, I don't know. These are for hire. We could name it if you'd like. I'm sure there are names. Hey, Sala. Yeah. What's the name of this bird down here? I don't know. It might be something on the saddle or something.
All right, I'll investigate the saddle.
And its name is Left Leg.
I'll investigate the left leg. Is it sound?
It looks good.
Okay.
Well, give me a nature.
It's left-handed.
Can you tell if that's...
Thank you.
Can you tell if that's its dominant leg?
Yes, it is the dominant leg.
What did you roll for nature?
Let's see, nature, 18.
That is his dominant leg.
I'm gonna take the horn gravy and rub it into
Their horns. They kind of like it. Well, give me an animal handling check with advantage.
You absolutely got it. That's a dirty 20
Advantage or
and a 21.
Yeah, they like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's riding on with? So you're
I'll
riding
ride-
with.
Grunkir.
You're riding your own.
Yeah.
I'll ride with Rabble.
Okay.
I'll ride with Gil.
Okay. Cool. And Duncan will ride his own. So that's probably better.
Nobody wants to ride with...
No one wants to ride with a teenager. So you take flight, and as you're flying over the city, you hear kind of time has passed, and it's late, and you hear kind of some of the end of the night's festivities in the Colosseum. There's chanting of like gladiators' names as you watch like hundreds of people leave from the Colosseum and disperse throughout the center of Leetsen. Other flying mounts are starting to take flight in the air. There are people on rooftops starting to light off some fireworks. And you fly over the walls of the city with the desert stretched out before you. The 2 moons, Oslis and Iwiga, are almost kissing in the sky as you... it's creating a very beautiful glow, and you do actually notice right around this time, and I would say that definitely Sierra and Merritt would know, Romana is it's a major constellation during this, during the month of Voices, I believe is coming up.
Just about to start.
Yeah, just about to start. So Romana is starting to peer its head out and create even more light. Anyway, so that's that. And there's barely any wind, just for your weather check.
Oh, okay.
Barely any wind. It's cool. It's a really cool and calm solar crest evening. And as you're kind of continuing on over this desert below, you can start to hear music flowing upwards to your ears as you start to see like colorful tents scattered about this desert, multiple stages and like fighting rings in different areas, along with like pop-up booths, big moving festival floats with like floral arrangements and fire torches and cotton streamers, and sounds like there's gonna be a fire set, doesn't it? It sounds like I was thinking about Travis. Anyway, cotton streamers and puppets like over 30 feet high, and towering just above those, you can see there are massive gaslit balloons like hovering all over the site, like creating just like these purple, blue, and green glows. And give me perception checks while you're at it, please.
Dirty 20.
13.
9.
What'd you get?
14.
13.
You two, as you're kind of taking all this in, you can see just along the horizon of the festival grounds, you see that the terrain is just kind of starting to jut up. You see that like rocky area of where you were told about the vanishing point. Jutting up, creating like rocks and plateaus and buttes, I don't know, desert things. Mesas and mounds surrounding, but like tall sand dunes, like you can just see that this terrain just changes. And within the shadows of this terrain, you can see a couple outlines of enormous bodies, like buildings tall, sitting and like looking on. And you're approaching this wooden, that's what you see.
Can we ask, can I ask Gorakir?
Yeah.
Are those, I've never seen them, are those quarry giants like that?
Yeah, those will be it. Yeah, that's quarry giant for you.
And those are friendly fellas?
Absolutely, they're just pals. They like to sit and watch. Sometimes they'll join us in the festivities if things get rowdy, which they generally do once the quarry giants start partying with us.
I heard they can toss them back.
They can toss them back. And you're approaching as you're kind of descending, you're approaching a long-wooded stage with a canvas top. You see a considerable sign that looks like it's listing the entertainment for this stage tonight. And if you'd like, you go ahead and give me, as you're like landing, as you're passing, you're just passing right over it, but you can see the sign. If you'd like to, if anybody's interested in who would be playing on stage tonight,
Actually,
please give me a perception check.
Do I see any Iron Core bands listed that I would recognize?
What did you roll?
This is perception.
Yeah.
A 3.
You are distracted by being on a bird, and you didn't really like it very much, so you can't
No, I
really.
did not like it.
I got a 23.
You got a 23. You see that it's listed the Outlaw Bard, Esta Vez, Iron and Ice, Rungus, Arrow Smith, and the Dawning.
Wait.
Arrow Smith.
How's it spelled?
ARRWOSMITH.
ARRWO.
Airwoe Smith.
Oh, OW. Damn it.
No. Airwoe Smith.
Maybe it's spelled like that. It's spelled like that because it's cooler. It's more metal that
It's
way.
way hipper.
You just spelled it wrong.
Airwoe
Smith.
Airwoe Smith sounds.
So you land behind the stage where music is. Yes?
Oh, no, carry on.
Music is blasting, and a crowd is already starting to form within the shifting Sandsball grounds. This stage is a lot closer to the rocky area where you saw those two enormous shadows. Sala walks towards the four of you, kind of looks past you and does a little wave, and you see these two giant arms just like whoof, whoof, whoof. And then says, now, I don't expect you to not have any fun. during the event, and you know, but I'd like we like as we previously discussed, for you to stay in a certain radius around me, so I can keep an eye on surroundings. And as I said before, I don't see anything. I don't foresee anything happening with so many retired gladiators and charioteers around. But who am I to say? And he goes, Duncan, don't wander too far off. I need to keep you in my sights. And just as he's kind of finishing the sentence, you see about 7 to 8 people just like hustling up towards him, towards Sala. Each one kind of looking flustered and starstruck at the same time. And they're all saying, Mr. D'jad, welcome, welcome.
Can we
back
get in
it
front
up,
of him?
back
Oh,
Yes, please do that. That's so
is this
funny.
all right? Do you know them?
Oh, yes, but I like the initiative. I like it.
Yes, I mean,
And it's like, Mr. D'jad, welcome. Mr. D'jad, I'm so glad you're here. There's been an issue with, and like, just all talking at once and trying to swarm him. And you see Gil kind of like sees this and laughs and walks towards the festivities. Grunk here sticks around and kind of looking awkward and unsure what to do with his hands. But yeah, so the night of these festivities of the Shifting Stance Ball is about to begin. And we will see what happens next time on episode 10 of Auroboros, Coils of the Serpent. Thank you all so much for watching. I believe we've got a couple things on the docket. If you wouldn't mind lending your ear, we have a Detect Nerd Junior. We're popping off with Detect Nerd Junior September 8th at Cafe Berlin. If you're in Columbia, Missouri, please come out. It's going to be a good time.
yeah, it's written and performed by teenagers.
Yes. We have a movie night coming up. We're doing Neverending Story on September 10th in Sentinel Park, Columbia, Missouri. And then we're going to have our birthday anniversary live tabletop role-playing game one-shot on September 22nd. And that will be good. That is actually going to be an Inside Witches and Wizards arcade. And yeah, there's going to be some other cool stuff that we are going to be adding to our YouTube pretty quick. Look out for October. We're very excited about October. We're going to do something special with a special little someone. And just real quick, thank you to Wharf Chief Gaming for this campaign setting. And thank you, because you're all superstars and champions. Kick ass this week. See you later.